Thank you. I'd like to say when I heard Congressman John Lewis speak, I'd like to say thank God for drama. When he was coming to Washington in the spring of 1961, I was actually coming into the world in Waterloo, Iowa, the Rust Belt. And the arts provide us all with wonderful, unexpected surprises and benefits. The singing of the national anthem this morning warmed my heart. As an Eagle Scout, I felt right at home. First of all, let me tell you that the arts have created a wonderful experience in my life. Speaking of life, my parents were professionals, hardworking professionals. My dad, a doctor of veterinary medicine, my mother, a high school teacher. They were arts lovers who were engaged around the arts and who ultimately became engaged, got married, and I was their first major production. As a young boy, I spent a lot of time painting and drawing. My weekends growing up in Detroit were often spent at the Detroit Institute of Arts, the Children's Art Museum, Cranbrook, and the Fisher Theater. Some form of art was always present in our home. Although my dad was and is a veterinarian, he took serious interest in writing for television. We would tease him and let him know that he was preparing one day to maybe compete for a Writers Guild Award. While in high school, I took art classes. I was involved in drama and theater. But scouting was also of major interest to me. 2 of my 54 merit badges on my way to get my Eagle Scout were arts-related, arts and theater. Some of my early work still hangs in my home today. While at Morehouse College, I was a business marketing major, but I took a full and heavy course load so that I could also take courses in theater management, principles of acting, and oral interpretation. You know, the arts really connect us. I was very pleased this morning when I was standing before we started the day, and a gentleman came up to me, and I looked up, and this gentleman was one of my college professors. You see, at the time, he was an executive in residence at Morehouse College, an historical black college in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was on loan from the IBM Corporation. He's here today. His name is William Bill Nix. He's the Vice President, Marketing and Government Affairs for Palm Beach County Cultural Council. It's been 30 years since I've seen him. He was very instrumental, I will tell you, as I took his class, which was organizational behavior, in helping me in critical thinking and having a very creative mind. I started as a business owner roughly 7 years ago. I'm an entrepreneur. All of my artistic efforts as a youth were very instrumental in that. You see, I am not an artist, but I am passionate about the arts. I am delighted to be here in Washington on Arts Advocacy Day to ask Congress to approve a budget of $167.5 million for the National Endowment of the Arts, for the creation, preservation, and presentation of arts in America. I am here to provide a voice from the business and corporate sector on their economic impact to the arts. Regarding the business perspective, small federal investments from the NEA can make a positive impact and difference to an arts organization. I strongly believe that the federal government, the state, and local governments can make a real contribution in supporting communities through the arts. We know from basic research that on average, government contributions to an average arts organization is under 9%, with almost half of that being locally provided. I'd like to talk about the 30% of an average arts organization's budget that is raised from corporate, foundation, and individual sources. I'd like to do this by sharing information about the Cincinnati-based Arts Wave, a truly unique United Fund. I serve as a board member and current campaign chair of Arts Wave. Arts Wave is the oldest United Fund in the country, founded in 1927. In 1949, an annual community-wide campaign in support of 4 local arts organizations was established. In 1978, the fund was able to expand its support of Cincinnati's artistic community, and it added 4 additional organizations. ArtsWave today supports over 150 organizations in the greater Cincinnati region, Hamilton, Ohio, and our neighbors across the border in northern Kentucky. That is what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about all of those organizations in the Rust Belt. It's very, very important to get the word out and get the support out and the funding out for all of the wonderful arts organizations, both small and large. We organize a 12-week fundraising campaign, and we're seeking broad-based donations of all sizes from the community totaling $11 million, from companies as well as individuals. Last year, we had almost 40,000 donors, with our most frequent donation being $75, typically donated through an employee payroll deduction. We have wonderful corporate partners. These corporate partners include the Procter & Gamble Company, GE Aviation, Macy's Inc., Frisch's Big Boy Restaurants, Fifth Third Bank, Duke Energy, and Cincinnati Bell, among others. In the essence of time, I'd like to stop there and turn over the mic to our next presenter. Thank you.